Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to the Library of Ruina. Well, last time we went and beat up these moonlight, what are they called again? The Cold Sun, I wasn't even close, office, and well, Lu Yi here did provide an interesting challenge. Well, so much less a challenge as became a very interesting character. And so now we have this triple wave thing straight after. But I have been told specifically to have a go at the W Corp, because apparently they're quite interesting. So let's see what they are all about. Hey, is it really okay for us to just barge in like this? Cut the crap and get down to business. What a bore. Okay, let me see what kind of problem our dear partner has run into. Didn't expect that even W Corp, with their hundreds of secrets, could leak their singularity. The situation is really, really bad. For us, however, it is quite the opposite. It is about the opposite. According to the surveillance, the missing cleanup agents all ended up in the library, where the Book of W Corp seems to be located. The library that was just recently raised to a star of the city? Correct. It appears to be no coincidence that its appearance was accompanied by the White Nights and Dark Days. It also just happened to be located right within the center of L Corp's misty nest. And it is also somehow strongly tied to the distortion phenomenon. But I think we still underestimated it. What do you mean? I don't think it's necessary to explain what's going on. You see what's in my hand, right? An invitation to the library. And is that the Book of W Corp listed in it? The library didn't claim so many victims without a reason. However, the Book of W Corp is not a high priority for us. The project will continue with or without it. But how on earth did this invitation appear? Why are the books listed so coincidental? I'm fairly certain we're not under the influence of any singularity. I sensed a familiar sensation the moment the invitation appeared, but the time of its appearance was too sudden, too sparse for the moment. I am quite concerned about this power. Perhaps it can act as a key. It seems necessary to explore the library. Perhaps it is the possibility we have been looking for. Although we already know that the recent distortion phenomenon within the city is strongly connected to the library, this is my first time to witness the power of the library so close. Perhaps we really overlooked its capabilities. I will immediately begin researching for more information regarding the distortion phenomenon, and analyzing the library in the process. Unfortunately, Clifford has just recently taken his squad to clean up most of the distortions in the nest. However, as far as I know, the fixers of some offices, such as the Wound Office and Dream Office, have also fallen victim to the phenomenon recently. But for reasons unknown, the original location of the Dream Office is in ruins. I will look into the matter and visit personally. Arrange for Clifford and his team to go to the library. Won't you go to the library in person? It's not my style to put myself in danger. Alas, it's all done. What's up with all these the distortions happening lately? Manpower is almost running out too. Ha! When will I finally be able to go on a vacation? Roy Hall. Since the Manor Association has not yet intervened, it means that the situation is still under control. Roy, when did you get here? Today's mission just ended, so I stopped by to see you. You look tired. Are those distortions that hard to deal with? The strength of these distortions don't amount to too much. The strongest one we fought was only an urban nightmare. Most are only urban legends. But the strange abilities of those things really made me see that they completely disobey the laws of the real world. The method in which they fight back is really abstract, and they cannot be destroyed by conventional means. These indescribable features really remind me of the Dream Cube, but that was more than a decade ago. This This may sound really weird, but according to existing information we have, the source of the distortions all points to the newly promoted star of the city, the library in the L Corp's nest. I've heard that W Corp's agents have fallen in the W Corp's agents have fallen in the library. Even the wings can't solve the problem. It was really stupid that W Corp sent their cleanup agents to take down a star of the city. I'd be surprised if this didn't happen. I don't know what happened to force W Corp's hand to make such a decision. However, the library should have been promoted to a star of the city, which means that it was still only an urban nightmare at the time. This would explain why W Corp made such a rookie mistake. In short, now that the news concerning W Corp's singularity has leaked, the city is about to stir up a new storm. Oh, okay. Encrypted message communication. Just received a notification from above. Guess they're assigning you and your team to the library to retrieve the book of W Corp. The higher-ups act and think fast. Is this all to start a patent war? And wouldn't it be better if you were to go on this mission? As you know, our Interlocker division has its own mission and must keep the casinos and other surrounding facilities up and running. Alright, looks like I have to work overtime again. Oh yeah, because this is J-Corp, I forget about that. Which is the one we saw from Emma and Jonah at the bit in that, with the circus. Proceed with caution. It is rumored that the library can use the power of our fallen guests, which is very strange. It's not like you say that. It's not like you to say that. Don't worry, I've handled several commissions regarding Stars of the City, and I'm no rookie when it comes to handling singularity equipment. I have completed 100 consecutive missions without a single miss. The most popular squad leader, the first in annual performance, the first in tactical assessment. Right? I can memorize it all. Ahem. How about having a drink together after I get back from this mission? At the same old place, you know? Once you return from this mission, I can suggest to the higher-ups to give you a promotion. But don't die, Clifford. So, after W Corp and R Corp, is J Corp coming to the library too? J Corp? I remember Emma and Noah, not Jonah, who we received earlier, worked in one of the casinos in their nest. According to their books, the singularity of J Corp is lock? The ability to lock and seal anything that is conceptually open and exposed. A very quirky singularity indeed. When I was a fixer, I once met a guy who had his brain locked up. I couldn't get any valuable information from him, so I couldn't finish the commission. I wonder what would happen if F Corp's fairy met J Corp's lock. Well, these two types of singularity products that you can buy on the market each have different ranges and strengths in effect, depending on the price. What's more, after reading the truth about the warp train, I don't believe that the nature of these things is the same as the description we see. That's true, but why would J Corp, who mastered this technology, choose to open a casino business? The fields of application this technology offers should be much more than that. I'm not sure about that. J Corp has always been rather secretive. Thanks to their singularity, it's quite difficult to obtain anything juicy about them. This is my first time hearing about their team of sealers, too. But I think the wings of the world should have their own considerations, which may be related to the true nature of their singularity. If our Miss Director is really so interested, she will find out when she looks through their books. It seems that J Corp has already been aware of the leak of W Corp's singularity, and it seems they're planning to take action against W Corp. It should just be an ordinary patent war, something that is all too common in the city. So, this is the library. Dangers lurk hidden beneath its grand appearance, truly worthy of being called a star of the city. Welcome, dear guests. Welcome. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Miss Angela, I've been ordered to collect the book of W Corp listed in the invitation. Is something the matter? The invitation should have made it clear that if you fail here, you will become a book. Is the company's order worth risking your own life? If you die here, that friend of yours will be very sad. In the city, Only the truly strong have the right to choose, and I have no choice. If I want to break free from the chains of the city, all I can do is overcome these trials and become stronger. If I die here, it would only mean that I wasn't strong enough. That's all. In this city, does freedom really exist? As long as you remain in this city, you will find yourself being bound by invisible chains, and it is far from easy to break yourself free. May I enter now, please? May you find your book in this place. Well, let's see what these guys are all about. Elite Sealer. Ranged, speed 1, entrapment device. If a target has status ailment, offensive die, gain +1 power. Okay. J-Corp's tactical set. On a successful hit, recover 1 stagger resist and gain 1 mental barrier. Gain 10 mental barrier at the start of the act. Okay, whatever the hell that is. Emergency locking. While staggered, take 5 less damage. Screw you. Fully equipped. All pages have 10 stored energy at the start of the act. What's that? Enhanced reload. Reload die +1 power. And you're all the same. So what are your cards? Stored energy, restore 2 light. Stored energy. If combat page has X stored energy, spend it to activate this effect. So that's what this is. Okay. On hit, reload. Restore 1 light. On hit, inflict 1 bind next scene. Reload. Activate this effect by spending X stagger resist and convert it to stored energy. Cannot be activated if the character does not have enough stagger resist. Okay. So in other words, you use this ability once, you restore 2 light, but if then you need to use it 2 more times before it's able to restore 2 light again, and it costs you 10 stagger resist to do that. Interesting. Desperate Fight. Draw unused. Draw 1 page. If rarity of page is limited / object to art, gain 4/8 mental barrier. On hit, inflict 1 fragile. Mental barrier. Negate X stagger damage taken. Oh, so you negate the first 10 stagger damage you take, and effectively recover 1 stagger resist and gain 1 mental barrier is effectively the same as recovering 2 stagger resist. I wonder if the reload goes against the mental barrier rather than dealing the damage, though. On use, stored energy 10/20. Boost max roll of all die by 4 or 10. Okay. Total lockdown. Energy transfer. Energy transfer. Reload ability adds stored energy to other specified pages instead of this page. Cannot add to other energy transfer pages. Okay. So this total lockdown is basically how you get your energy on the other pages. Right. Impenetrable. Combat start. Add die of this page to counter queue. On clash win, activate this page's combat start ability again. On hit, gain 8 mental barrier. Alright, well now I have an interesting scenario to have to deal with, because of the simple fact that I'm only allowed 4 people, and most of my teams rely on all 5 for one reason or another. So quite frankly, I think the best team for me to use is my Yesod floor with Paige Young and everything. And plus, we haven't seen Paige Young's ego manifestation, and we kind of want to see that, so let's just go ahead and use this. Right. They don't seem that dangerous. Stay alert, this is a Star of City. So this is the library, as expected of a Star of the City. Right, okay. Oh, well, doesn't that card look fancy right there with its special effects? I'm assuming that's to show that it's got using its energy, right? That's actually kind of cool. I love that animation. Right, everyone should be clashing with something. So, let's go. Let's see how well we do. Crap. That'll do just fine. Ow. Shame. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Sagalia gets her ability. What do we get? Light construct, reduce the pages, gain additional... You know what? I feel that one will be needed, but... Yeah, let's get the accelerating shower. I don't think I'll need it yet, though. Convert assault. Increase the max value of each die by 4. Interesting. Okay, let's go. Let's see if they can... I think 2 of them are probably going to be dead by the end of this scene. Yeah. Well, that hurt a lot. Oh yeah, you're screwed. We lost a lot of duels then. Heck, why did the higher-ups have to send us to a place like this? Because that's your job! My partner turned into a book? Only weak losers would fall here. Oh, like you, Mr. Weak Loser, who's currently staggered as he says that. Oh, your max value's been increased by 10. That's... interesting. Okay, let's see this one in action then. Go. Nice job. Max roll does not mean it guarantees rolling higher. Damn, information was wrong. Rearrange! Rearrange! It was really hard to climb up from the back streets. Don't panic, keep formation! I'm the only one left! No! Oh, he's alive. Alright, well, just go. Really? Well, there we go. First floor complete. What's Clifford going to be like themselves, then? So you are all the exact same person, but then we have you, whose only change is that special ability of entrap and detain instead of another lockdown. So what have you got? Speed die 2, tactical lens, reload die plus 1 power. Gain 1 additional stored energy from reload abilities. Spend 1 less stagger resist for reload abilities. Ah, so really good for your gimmick. Entrapment device. Self-locking. While staggered, this character's resistances change to normal instead of fatal. That is nuts. That's effectively being the same as immobilized. But other than those, you're the exact same. So... what's this entrap and detain? Pre-installed. This page is drawn at the start of the act. Oh, okay. Add any reload effect. Add stored energy to this page too. On use, stored energy 50. All die on this page gain plus 10 power and lock target next scene. Lock. Locked target cannot act and becomes untargetable. Not considered staggered or status ailment. Huh. Okay. So you make them invulnerable for a turn. So it's like a stasis effect. Which makes sense given your entire gimmick, but... oh! We got a cutscene. The projection seems to be a little off, but it still came in. So, this is the interior of the library. Sure enough, the space here really feels different. No wonder the anchor point connection to Clifford's body was weakened. Well, it's time for me to enter. Observation starts. Everyone check your gear and get ready for battle. Stay alert, this is the star of the city. Not bad for a start of the city, but this is where it ends. Projection / anchor point. Starting with the 5th scene uses a special page. Retreat if Clifford died. Well, thank you for telling me my priority target. Alright, well, let's see how round 1 goes. First up, bang. Nate, bang. Shame, but worth a try. Shatter the precipice. Hit back. Dodge, dodge, slice. I soft-locked the game again, didn't I? Oh, fucking Christ. Okay, so we begin again, hopefully with a team that won't soft-lock the game, aka Roland. Okay, let's go and try not to soft-lock the game this time. Hopefully. I'm allowed to definitely hope. Alright, well, I admit I'm now at the debate whether I want to see you use your special combat page on the 5th scene, so I feel like trying to just let this one live. You know? Right, go. Ow! That hit a lot harder than I was expecting. Right. I could just Blizzard right now. That would earn me an extra turn against you. Yeah, I feel like that. Go. Bang. Bang. Right, I think we are now on turn... whatchamacallit? 3? For you? Or the 5th scene? I know it tells me, I'm just terrible at looking. Right, let's go. Oh, she's staggered now. You are no longer worth observing. On hit, kill target. I'm sorry, what now? Combat start. Stagger all enemies. Yes, please. I think we need that. Pale death. Let's do this. Alright, go. Oh, I've never seen that attack. That looks awesome. Defeat my ass. Okay, fine. I wanted to be fancy, but if you're gonna be like that and just go, dead. Fuck you. To be honest, their combat effectiveness was a bit out of my expectations. The way they fought is not quite what I imagined, too. The weapons in their hands seem to be able to store mental energy and release it in a burst when needed. The way they fight reminds me of our corp's reindeers, and that mental barrier. No matter how you look at it, it has to be a product of M-Corp singularity. But you still did a great job with this reception, didn't you? Yeah, but what the hell was that projection that happened at the end? How the hell did he get in? I'm not really sure. Maybe it has something to do with the singularity. Those two mysterious figures from earlier really have grabbed my attention. But J-Corp's singularity is clearly the lock. You said it yourself. Singularities are often not as simple as they seem to be. As for the differences in how each of them fight, our corp also makes use of W-Corp's charging system. I think it's all due to some kind of partnership between the wings. I have a feeling that J-Corp won't just let this slide so easily. Those two figures back then mentioned the library as a possibility they were looking for. It doesn't matter. Just treat them as guests normally. Maybe we'll be able to find the truth behind J-Corp's singularity. Speaking of which, I think I've seen that woman with the black hair somewhere before. What? Are there people who you don't know? It was quite a long time ago. I can't really recall it, and I really can't recall right now. I'm sorry, did that count as a victory? Oh, it did, despite the fact it said defeat. I guess it's just because I killed everyone apart from the other person, right? Well, let's look at their pages and see how different they actually are. Impenetrable, exactly the same. Total lockdown, exactly the same. Covert assault, exactly the same. New, exactly the same, exactly the same. Pre-installed, exactly the same. It looks like they're exactly the same, meaning I quite like them, and I may figure out a build for them in the future, because I like this gimmick. But what does the second phase have to offer? I have to wonder. Anard, today's commission went well as usual. Hey, Anard! Oh, Mona, this is my first time seeing you in such a hurry. Come here, would you like a drink? Leanne Shakers. Mr. Anard, what's with all the noise? Is something going on? As you can see, I'm all wounded, and I can barely... let me go in and rest for a while. What happened? Tell me slowly. I just came back and haven't caught my breath yet. Give me a margarita. I'll have a mojito. Not long after you left, a client who calls himself Observer came by and said he was from J-Corp. Ha! Sure enough, Mona's motto is really good. It's good that the drink's nature is to your liking. Anard? Wing's commission, Allah. Really surprising and frightening. What's the objective, Mona? How about we talk about the reward first? Well, the reward is always our motivator. Not to mention if it is from a wing. Let's talk. The reward is providing us with funding, equipment grants, and K-Corp's healing singularity. K-Corp's healing singularity? Healing singularity? With that said, can Lynn Biox receive treatment now? What exactly does the commission say? 100 million An will be paid as deposit after acceptance of this commission. Equipment, customized services, and treatment services from K-Corp will be provided after the completion of the commission. It seems that they already know the situation at hand here. Yes, there are obvious hints in this commission. Ha! Is this some sort of disguised threat? It's not like we don't have any other choice. It's just takes a bit of effort to move the office to another nest. Escape isn't the only way out. Even if we go to another nest, it is easy for J-Corp to block the way to survive for a mere office. And the problem of Lynn Biox can't be delayed any longer. I can't bear to see Liam Biox suffering from her headaches anymore. I don't know how long that small body of hers can last. I did say that during that time that she would only be a burden. Speaking of burdens, Mona here never did rush to tell me about it. When will Mona be more honest? Okay, this isn't the time to be talking about it. Let's first see what kind of errands they have for us. Let's see, go to the library and retrieve the Book of Sealers. Library? That library that's recognized as a star of the city. Right. What, Mona? This isn't the first time we've been commissioned to handle a star of the city. Are you scared? Scared? How can I be? But you should know that there have been many high-ranking fixers who have all got buried in that library. Come now, Mona. How will we know if we don't try? Do you doubt our abilities? It can't be helped, you guys. This is the invitation from the library. I have signed my name. Yikes! Wasn't this decided long ago? Come here, Leanne. Let us sign our names up too. Okay. Leanne Biox. Brother Saw? What are you doing? Why did you come out, Biox? Did we disturb you? Our little Biox here looks like she just woke up from a dream. Why don't you go back to your sleep, Leanne Biox? We'll keep our voices down. Is this a new commission? Biox, when did you... library, retrieve, book, and below, name. Brother Leanne, have you read the words correctly? Well, yes. My little Biox, please give that piece of paper back to Sister Mona. Little one, this isn't something you can mess around with. Leanne, Annard, please sign your name first. My little Biox, what happened? You're going to leave me behind. No, Lynn Biox. No, Leon Biox is good. Don't cry. We'll be back after going out for a while. Little one, just wait here for us. We can take you to the doctor when we come back. Your head won't hurt anymore. Leon Biox, just this time. Be good and wait for us here, okay? No! I want to go too! What's wrong? You've got a puzzled look on your face. That little girl exudes a familiar aura. What does she have? A headache? It doesn't feel like a normal headache. J-Corp actually investigated a little girl. Looking at their reactions, it's possible that she's the product of some wings experiment or something. You have to have a really big heart to take in such a child. They all seem to be on good terms with each other, don't they? Not quite the same. Helping friends or relatives who are in distress is a different thing from becoming a friend or relative of someone who is in distress. If you already know in advance that another person's private affairs will cause you trouble in the long run, you should cut off the relationship in time. Even a high-ranking fixer with that sort of sentimentalism will one day fall into the quagmire of pain. But then again, aren't there already so many distortions running around the city? Angela? Roland, you once said that cases concerning urban nightmares and above are mixed with invisible sense of compulsion. Whether it's Clifford who carries out the company's orders, or the wound office that handles the commissions, are they really making choices based on their own will? I think you already have the answer to that in your own mind, no? Damn, the moment is here and Biox is already such a mess. Still, we still ended up taking her with us. So, are we in the library now? It looks pretty clean here. Now that you're here, just do the right thing, Biox. Don't go running around the place. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am Angela, the director and librarian in my role's namesake. Hi, I'm Leanne Sakurus. Hello, my name's Annard. Hello. As the intel states, this director really isn't human. There's something here. The Book of Sealers, right? Yes, those guests have been turned into books.
So, death here means turning into a book. Feels kind of interesting. Let's protect our little Biox first, and both of you must pay attention to your safety as well.
Here, may you find your book in this place.
Alright, well this all seems very, very weird. What's this all about then?
I assume they're all, like, different pages. So, Anard. At the start of each scene, restore 1 additional light and draw an additional page. When this character discards a page, restore 1 light and draw 1 page. So you're a discard character. Okay. Bloodthirsty Killing. At the start of the act, the combat page, Killing Nature, is added to this character's ego list. When using a combat page with an effect involving bleed, all die on that page gain +1 to 2 power. When inflicting bleed using combat pages, additionally apply 1 stack of tear. Okay. Finish off. Upon winning a clash, if this character's roll value is higher than the opponent's value by 4 or more, add an offensive die /4/4 on hit. Inflict 1 bleed next scene to dice queue. Once per page, does not activate on counter die of this character. Ha! Mutilating Saw. When inflicting bleed using combat pages, apply 1 to 2 additional stacks. Deep Wound. Upon winning the clash, inflict bleed. Razor Strike to inflict bleed with slash. Exploit Plight. Prioritizes targeting staggered characters. If target is staggered, offensive die gain +2. Okay. Face the battlefield. Inflict bleed. Restore 2 light and discard a random page from hand. Opportunity located. If target has status ailment, gain 1 strength and 2 damage up this scene. On hit, inflict bleed. Gotcha. Draw a page. On hit, inflict bleed and tear. Tear. Take X additional damage from bleed. Purge this status effect at the end of the scene. Ouch. Okay. Tearing Chainsaw. All die on this page gain on hit, inflict 5 bleed and 3 tear to the target next scene. On clash lose, boost Nick's die's minimum value by +8. Reduce the power of the target's current defensive die by 8. Right. Backup trick. On use, draw all pages from deck at the start of the next scene. Discard all of them at the end of the next scene. Interesting. Killing Nature. Isn't that the one you add? Yes. Mass individual. Gain 1 killing mark when using page with an effect involving bleed. Only usable at 7+ killing marks. On use, spend 7 killing marks. On hit, inflict 10 bleed. On hit, deal bonus damage equal to bleed on target. Okay, so killing mark is literally just so you can use your Killing Nature. You're quite cool. Leanne Sakuras. At the start of the scene, restore additional light and give 1 protection to all allies. Starting with the second scene and every 3 scenes afterwards, use Devour Flesh and Blood and reduce its cost to 0. If there is a librarian with less than 20% HPs, use special page Join Us 2. Ha. Starts the battle with 40% less HP. The distortion page is added to this character's ego list. If HP is lower than 50/25%, all die gain bonus power. At the start of each scene, inflict 1 bind to all enemies and deal damage equal to the stacks of bind on them. Huh. Will of Vengeance. On a successful hit, if HP is lower than, absorb HP from the target. Huh. Shell of Ego. If HP is lower than yada yada, reduce incoming damage. I like the look of you, my good chap. Biting Cold. On use, draw 2 pages and freeze them at the start of their scene. Frozen pages or light cannot be used. Treated as locked. Okay. Vengeance. This ability activates if the user's current HP is lower than 50%. Okay. Residual Warmth. Restore 2 light and freeze them at the start of the next scene. Do not activate freeze effect. On hit, absorb 2 HP from target. Son of Dead Winter. Gain power equal to bind on target. On hit, inflict 3 bind next scene. Show a Smile. Single use. Combat start. Gain 5 strength and fragile this scene. Vengeance. Add 4 cost. Strip off the smile to hand. Ha. Clench Heart. Deal 10 damage to self. All die on the page. Gain plus 2 power and deal plus 2 damage. Devour Flesh and Blood. Only 1 copy of this page can be in hand at a time. Start of Clash. Destroy all of opponent's dice. Vengeance. Devour 1 target's die. Devoured. Devoured die permanently disappear from the target's page and are added to this page. What? Prioritize dice with the highest minimum and maximum roll values. Devour 1 target's die up to 3 times. If not in Clash, select a combat page set on a random speed die of scene. I need more flesh and blood. What the Christ are you? Frigid Vessels. On use, lose 40 HP. On hit, inflict severe cold this scene. Severe cold. Lower minimum roll of all die to 1. Fuck you. Fuck you. Mona. Ranged only. Speed 2. Ionizer of Cracked Cold. Can store up to 25 charges at once. Gain 3 charge at the start of each scene. Draw 1 page every time this character spends charge. At the start of the act, the combat page's energy consumption and munition loading are added to this character's ego list. Well, I can't see them here. Destined to Destroy. The first offensive die rolled each scene gain plus 4 power. Longitudinal sensory enhancement. Offensive die gain plus 1 power in one-sided clash. Charge shield, energy discharge. J-Corp's tactical set modified. On hit, gain 2 mental barrier. Gain 40 mental barrier at the start of the act. Cannot be targeted by mass attacks. Ooh, interesting. Energy combustion. On pre-installed. On use, return to hand. Combust the page with the highest cost from hand. Combust the page with the highest cost from hand. Restore light and gain charge equal to the cost of the combusted page. Combustion. Completely removed from deck. Exhaust effect cannot be prevented. So you kill a page permanently. Okay. Pre-installed unused return to hand. Draw 1 page and spend 5 charge to boost power of all die on that page by plus 2. Okay. Sieging Phaser. This die on this page deal true damage. On hit, spend 5 charge to deal 5 bonus damage to all enemies. Locked Outburst. All die on this page gain plus 1 power for every other ally targeting the target up to 3. All-Out Barrage. Discard all ranged combat pages from hand. Copy and add die from this page to the page queue for each page discarded this way. This die deals 50% less damage and stagger damage. Stellar Storm. Pre-installed. This page is discarded instead of being combusted. Okay. That works in combination with each other then. When discarded, lower the cost of this page by 2 until it is used. On use, spend all charge. All die on this page gain power equal to the amount of charge spent. True damage. True damage, unaffected by damage increase or decrease effects. I feel I have to use the pinky for this one. Spiritual Beacon. If there are other allies alive, becomes untargetable. If there are none, ... Ruin Spirit. On successful hit, deal only stagger damage. Can become staggered only by collapse effect. Upon recovering stagger, fully restore light and can use special ego page this scene. Whispered Prayers. At the start of the scene, give 1 of strength and haste to a random ally. At motion level 3 and 5, change effect to 2 allies / 2 stacks. Mental Suppression. If this character's emotion level is higher than the target's, lower the maximum roll value of the target's die by 1. At motion level 3 / 5, boost the maximum roll of all die by +1/2. Survivor. Okay. Cognition restraint. Restore 2 light. Die cannot be recycled. This die cannot be recycled. On hit, deal bonus stagger damage equal to roll value. Form as current. On use, gain 1 collapse and 1 negative emotion point. Collapse. If stacks reach 3, become staggered at the end of the scene. Purge all stacks. I don't know how to say that. Gain 5 protection this scene and purge all collapse at the end of the scene. Prophecy of Fear. Gain 1 collapse. Target takes 30% more damage, more stagger damage from attacks this scene. Target die rolls minimum value. Prayer of the Soul. Prayer of the Soul. Gain 2 collapse and give 1 strength and endurance to all allies. On hit, deal bonus damage equal to 25% of the target's current staggered resist, max 50. Gaze into the cosmos. Only usable after recovering from stagger. On use, gain negative emotion points up to the limit and immediately gain 1 emotion level. Gain 3 emotion points at emotion level 5 instead. On hit, target takes double stagger damage this scene, including stagger damage from non-attacks. What is all this nonsense? Screw it, I'm throwing the pinky at this to basically tell it go away. I don't want to deal with this. So many ways. I need the protection just because of the amount of ways they have to deal damage through protection. Mr. Anard, which one should I take first? I didn't read what that said. Little one, pay attention to yourself. Don't force yourself too hard. As usual, just helping everyone. Right, this ought to be interesting then. So your freeze effects only... Your vengeance only applies if you're below 50% health. You have... whatchamacallit? 500. So theoretically, if I just don't damage you or fight you, you won't be able to gain whatchamacallit. Alright, let's see how this first round of madness goes. First up, big block, snakes, ow. Okay, so your true damage also deals damage through guard, noted. In other words, you gotta die first. Doing a chainsaw ability. Oh, good lord. Now you're doing that devourer ability. Okay, go. There we go. Nice and blocked. Ow. As I say, what we need is to annihilate that gunner. We cannot handle all the goddamn true damage. I love how you're just unable to do anything because of the fact you've got 20 bleed on you with 9 tear, which means every attack is going to do 29 damage to you. The first one at least, and that's just too much. Let's just try and work on ensuring that she dies. Because goddamn, does she need to? Goodbye. Run! Run! Sister Mona, I'll listen to you. Please, please move. Are you tired? Are you leaving? Are you leaving? Can I see you in the pub? In that pub? Heck, I didn't pay attention. Take cover! I know that feeling. What just happened? Oh, well, you got a ton of damage. Oh, yeah, it's because I gave you whatchamacallit, so you are going to take damage anyway. Whoops. Let's give someone cleaning. Give it to you. Well, your stuff isn't freezing, so I'm not sure how to make of that. So I'm guessing the freezing restoration and whatnot isn't permanent, so... I would say who's the next biggest threat, but of course it's Mega Bleed. You're gonna do a special thing next turn, so I'm just gonna say... Screw it, try and keep my energy, if I can. And let's go. Slice, slice. Slice, slice. Slice, slice. And I've had it with you, because your special effect doesn't seem to be working the way I intended. So let's just kill the big demon that devours my dice. I was about to say some special effect is happening now, isn't it? It is summation, so that's actually not too bad. Oh, I'm sorry, you're doing it as well. Really? Well, you're what kind of fucked no matter what happens, so... Alright, so they all do their mass attacks, and why they do that, we just ignore them and just try and kill this guy. Go. I admit, I wasn't sure which of you would go first. But I'm glad I can kill him on the way. No, no way! How can I fall? Wake up, Anod! Wake up! Brother Saw, I couldn't help you. Don't leave me. Well, one guy left. What's he doing? Join us too. Cannot be redirected. On kill, inflict 5 bind to all enemies. What the fuck killing do you think you're doing? Alright, let's give this a go. Fine. I was gonna say, that isn't an instant kill ability, right? No, it wasn't. Good. Join us too. Oh, so you just do that every single round now, do you? Is that how that works? Alright, let's see how this first round goes. Hey, you know that big... Ow. Hey, you know that big attack you like? Well, screw it! I don't like you! Trying to constantly kill my people. Alright, well. This is a perfect time for us to recover. To recover, draw cards, the whole shebang. Let's go. Let's end this. Atla, you have to live. Leanne, Brother Leanne, you were, no, unforgivable. Kill you all, kill you all, kill you all, kill you all. Well, something tells me she is not a very happy little girlie. I mean, one can't exactly blame her for not being a very, very happy little girlie. I mean, you're still gaining your collapse and whatnot. What's this? Unstable expression. Unaffected by the effect of collapse. Oh, okay. Can deal physical damage and remove usage restriction from gaze of the cosmos. Oh, so in other words, you're just going to use it every single round now. Right. Okay. Well, then, let's make sure we put an end to this. We're sorry about this, Lynn Biox, but... you guys actually threatened me. So... the sweet smell is coming out of my body. Mum! Dad! Dad! Mum! Ah, poor thing. Well, a book of Mona, a book of Anard, a book of Leanne Sakharus, and a book of Lynn Biox. And then a couple of copies of each of them. I like it.
They were really looking out for each other up until the last moment. Even in such a situation, there weren't any signs of complaints from them.
Once you decide on a path, there's no going back, as it should be.
Really? Then what about you, Angela?
Me?
All the way up to this moment, after seeing so many people and things along the way, would you have any regrets? Would you still be willing to exact your revenge on that person, even if it means staining your hands with blood?
I don't know. I don't even know if the freedom I desire can really be called freedom. But I think if we follow this path to the end and get the one absolute book, we will get all the answers.
So that's what you think. Well, it is indeed just another step closer towards the goal. However, judging from what that observer has been up to, it's likely that J-Corp won't just stop here.
The Wings are willing to use all the means they have in order to achieve their goals.
I mean, having to deal with stuff like that, there's no way I can stand a few more.
Have I now become like those unscrupulous Wings? Somewhere in the ruins, ... What went wrong now that you made me that made you contact me like this? Just now, the object of observation in the area, Paige Hyung, went to the library and brought back from it what is suspected to be the power of psychoment. Did you mean the Angel of Ruina office? The situation over there doesn't look very good. Try to receive the object of observation intact. I'm sorry, but is that the description of how the girl at the end of this survived? Huh. Well, clearly we need to keep up with these things the moment they update. But for now, let's just make sure we burn the new guy's books, because those all looked amazing. We've got you and your distorted strength. We got Mona and her bloody ion gun. You, who actually exists just... Wait, hold up. You actually exist just like you do in the thing. Which means that you can't die, can you? If there are other allies alive, become untargetable. I can make an entire build around this person just doing nothing but mega stagger damage. And one-sided attacks and all that. Huh, now that's a thought process and a half. And then we get you, who we can then just give all of the whatchamacallit passives. Like the Jin passive, the Yang passive and all that, to make you do Omega bleed damage. We have you, who is just a tank. And then we have you, who's just massive destruction. I like them. I like these a lot. I've got to I'm gonna have to think of a way to use those, because I like those pages an awful lot. Well, everyone, it looks like I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I've been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.